on Destination Polaris. We travel to Arizona to hook up with the guys from TMW Off-Road for Project X. This is the most over-the-top build they've ever done. Destination Polaris starts right now.
Welcome to Destination Polaris and Project X. We're at the home of TMW Off-Road in Mesa, Arizona. These guys have a Razor XP4 that they're just itching to tear apart. Let's head in the shop. Need some help?
Hey, Jared, how are you, man?
Good, man. How are you? Good to see you again. Yeah, good to be here. So what do you guys plan on doing? I mean, you got a Razor 4 here?
We do. We got the XP4. We're going to soup up the motor. We're going to change out the suspension, get a little bit better ride out of it. Seats, performance, stereo, GPS, you name it. We've got a long list of stuff.
Just a few things, TMW.
Yeah, wait till you see our cage indoors. It's going to be pretty amazing.
Nice, nice. I'm excited. Let's get your guys in here, tear this apart, and you guys can get to work.
All right, let's do it.
Cool.
Last time we built a little two-seat turbocharged Razor, just fast we can make it, a dune vehicle, you know. We did. We got a lot of use out of it. Went to a lot of events and good times. Neat Razor turned out great. Decided to build a different type of vehicle this time, so we chose the RZR 900 XP4. We kind of want to call it the dual sport XP4 project because we want to make it so we can do all the extreme stuff and still cruise around with the family and take it easy, you know. Well, the power is, unmatched right now. There's a lot of people trying to creep in there and match what Polaris has done with their clutching and the motor and the way it handles, but nobody's there yet. Nobody's got a package like the Razor XP 904. The other thing that really impresses us is the wheelbase, the longer wheelbase. Not only does it create room for the seats in the back, but it also creates a lot better ride. That longer wheelbase soaks up the whoop. This is definitely a high-end build. We're definitely going further than the normal guy's going to go. For this Razor, we're going to change up the motor. We have a custom cage we built for it. Doors, seats, seat belts, stereo, lights, tires and wheels. We got a really cool winch we're putting in it. We just like to show people what we can do, like to show people what a full tilt Razor looks like, The thing that makes us a little bit different than most companies is we manufacture roll bars and doors and all that stuff, but also we build complete vehicles for people. We'll turbocharge them, we'll do the stereos, we'll do, from start to finish as much or as little as you want to do. And so it's not just a normal shop where you go and buy a roll cage and take it home and install it yourself. We'll bring it in, we'll do all the work for you, and so you have a custom complete vehicle when you leave. We got 11 guys fabbing, making stuff all day, and keeps us going. It seems like ever since 2008, our whole business has pretty much been focused on Polaris product.
The guys are going to finish tearing apart the RZR, and when we come back, we're going to install this grab bar, probably the suspension. You're watching Destination Polaris.
Hunt, farm, or trail, Polaris has what you want. Legendary ATVs, led by the powerful Sportsman 850 HO. Value-minded side-by-sides, featuring the new Ranger 800 midsize. And full-size workhorses, including the all-new class-leading 60-horsepower Ranger XP 900 with industry-leading torque, towing, and travel. Polaris, hardest working, smoothest riding.
It was the best day. It was the best day. It was the best day. It was the best day because of you.
We make a great pair.
Huh?
Progressive and the great outdoors. We make a great pair.
Right, totally. That's what I was thinking.
Covering the things that make the outdoors great. Now that's Progressive. Call or click today.
When you travel the roads less traveled, you need a tire and wheel that's guaranteed to get you there and back. That's why ITP developed the ultimate tire and wheel combo for your side-by-side. It starts with ITP's brand new dual beadlock wheel, guaranteed against bending or braking for 2 years. Then add a set of rugged black water Evolution tires, featuring ITP's puncture-resistant sidewall armor. Together, the combo gives you the protection you need to always get there and back.
Sometimes you come across something so different, you just have to stop and check it out. The Rocky Mountain ATV MC website has everything you need, from our huge selection of tires, ATV and UTV accessories, and OEM parts, to our online chat, customer reviews, and instructional videos. Our extensive inventory means most orders arrive in 3 days or less. Get low prices, quick shipping, and incredible customer service. RockyMountainATVMC.com. Get ready.
The MLB All-Star Game, July 16th on Fox.
Project X is brought to you by TMW Off-Road. Take time to play.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. You can see our RZR XP4 totally stripped down. Now it's time to put it back together. I think we should start with suspension. Doug, I have to apologize. I bent this. It was like this, man. What's going on?
Well, this is what they call a high clearance radius rod, and it's bent like that for a reason. The rocks now can pass underneath your RZR without catching on this rod, where before, with a straight one, they would catch and tear up the back end of your RZR.
Part of the kit includes, you're going with this right here. This
yeah, we went with these Walker Evans. You know, Walker Evans come on the RZR. They come with the 2.5s and the 2.0s factory. They have a new needle valve shock they just came out with that lets you have all the soft ride on through the small choppy stuff. But once you hit big jumps and stuff like that, it stiffens up on the bottom end. So it really changes the whole way the suspension works.
So Doug, there's a little difference between the stock axles and the ones you guys are installing.
They are. They're just a little weak for the kind of horsepower running in these. Yeah. And so that's why we went with the Turner axle. You can see the difference in size just in the axle shaft itself. You're telling me your shaft is bigger than mine right now? That's right. Yeah. Great. Yeah. We got with Turner axles. They provided us with their new monster axles, indestructible front and rear axles.
So tell me this shiny object in your hand.
Okay, this is the Pro Charger, the A1 Pro Charger that Pro Charger makes for their 900 XP kit. You know, the motor actually spins this shaft, which spins the propeller. which actually sucks the air in and forces compressed air into the motor.
So how much more horsepower are we talking?
We're talking about 50 extra horsepower to the ground. And when you're talking about horsepower to the ground, they only have 60 horsepower at the rear wheels right now. So
almost double.
So it's almost double the power with a simple bolt-on kit, no engine mods. Simple install, great kit.
Plus, this makes an awesome paperweight.
It does. One of the reasons we decided to do it is we're going to put some big tires on this thing. You know, we've got some monster tires, so we wanted to have the power to turn them. As opposed to waiting for a turbo to spool up, the supercharger, as soon as the motor revs up, it's got boost, and it's ready to go.
All right, so Doug, I know we're going to take this machine to Glamis, and we got sand tires, but right now, you want to put on these big boys.
Yes. Yeah, we want to get this thing out, do a little bit of testing on it, run it before we go to Glamis, make sure everything's good. Because we're building a dual-sport vehicle, you can't use paddle tires in the rocks, and you can't use big mud tires in the sand.
Now, this combination you really like. Why is that?
I love the 16-inch. You know, Motorsport is industry first, 16-inch wheels. It's huge. 16-inch monster wheel. It's called the Core, the M20, and it's a really neat rim. They look awesome. And they have this amazing mud tire that goes with them, the MTC mud tire. Gives us awesome traction, does great in the mud, and gives us that extra ground clearance for the rocks and stuff like that. So
this seems new for you guys, something you don't usually do.
yeah, we're definitely not rock guys. We don't spend a lot of time in the rocks, mostly sand. So building something that does both is a little bit new for us. You know?
And you like their tires?
I love their tires. Yeah, we've been a big fan of Motorsport Alloys since every year they switch up their designs and come out with new, fresh stuff. So you're not stuck with the same old rim year after year. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's starting to look like something. You know, we got the wheels on, we got the supercharger installed, we got some of the stereo stuff going in, got the dash all cut apart, a lot of the wiring in.
Okay, suspension is taken care of, engine mods are all finished, the big tires are on. When we come back, we're going to throw on the cage and all the rest of the goodies. You're watching Destination Polaris.
Wish I was made of money.
I wish you were too.
Chances are you're not made of money, so don't overpay for motorcycle insurance. Geico Motorcycle. See how much you could save.
You humans, you're so weird. I mean, you'll comparison shop everything, from hotel rooms to cornflakes. But when it comes to the biggest financial decision of your life, you'll say yes to the first guy wearing a suit.
At LendingTree, you can comparison shop up to 5 different mortgage offers. Compare rates, fees, and customer rel. You're getting the best deal. Get a mortgage like you get everything else. Shop for it at LendingTree. When banks compete, you win.
People join Angie's List for all kinds of reasons.
I go to Angie's List to gauge whether or not the projects will be done in a timely fashion and within budget.
Angie's List members can tell you which provider is the best in town.
You'll find reviews on everything from home repair to healthcare.
Now that we're expecting, I like the fact I can go onto Angie's List and look for pediatricians.
The service providers that I've found on Angie's List actually have blown me away.
Find out why more than 2 million members count on Angie's List. Angie's List. Reviews you can trust. There's a new way to buy a car. It's called TrueCar. And TrueCar users save time and money. Use TrueCar and make sure you never overpay. Visit TrueCar.com today.
Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
Destination Polaris is brought to you by ITP, the world's #1 aftermarket ATV and UTV tire and wheel source. And by Progressive Insurance. Think easier. Think Progressive. And by Rocky Mountain ATV, your one-stop shop for parts, apparel, and accessories.
Welcome back to Destination Polaris. Our Razor XP4 is coming along nice. It's on the ground, suspension's taken care of, engine mods are done. Now, it's time to throw on the cage.
We left the front of the cage high enough for tall passengers like me, like a 6'5" driver. And this bumper brings the back of the roll cage down, ties it into the frame. It gives you that rear end protection. We're using the KFI. They have a new the black stealth winch. It's just all black, real clean. You don't even know it's there until you need to use it. And you still have a really clean, cool looking bumper. This is the ProCharger intercooler, the air-to-air intercooler that they mount on the back of the roll cage. A lot of them mount it up underneath this hood on top of the motor. But ProCharger feels that you get lower intake air temperature by mounting the intercooler up into the fresh air.
All right, Doug, more lights or more speakers?
More lights, for sure. Lights. Rigid hooked us up with some lights because, you know, we don't want to be left in the dark, dude. We got to be able to see where we're going at night. Their new lights, their new D2 technology, second to none. Some of the widest, brightest lights out there.
We'll be able to light up all of Glamis at nighttime.
Yeah, we'll be a beacon. And we're actually taking out the factory headlights and replacing with the Heretic. It's going to be a neat mix with the Rigid and the Heretic lights on theirs. We wanted to change up the inside of the Razor a little bit. We actually designed this so that you can cut the whole center of the dash out and bolt this piece in, and it lets you use a full-size Lawrence GPS. We had a company custom make us a bunch of switches. They're all labeled with exactly what you want to do.
You know, my biggest concern about this panel is this right here, the zombie lights.
And we also wanted to dress it up too, so we got some billet parts. We got a better shifter knob, speedo bezel, and gas cap, and just a bunch of little things that'll make it a little bit more comfortable, a little bit cleaner inside. The skid plate that comes on them is great for normal driving, but when you start rock crawling, we got a factory UTV, and they hooked us up with their UHMW half-inch thick skid plate.
So rumor has it that you have 100 speakers in this vehicle?
No, we have a lot, though. We have a lot. When you're dealing with Rockford Fosgate, you know, they like to go big, and all their stuff is really incredible. You know, we did get with SSV, and they provide us with the speaker pods. That's the stereo switch right there.
Is the stereo working?
Stereo's working. I can't hear you up.
And just in case there wasn't enough speakers in this setup, yeah, check out this.
So we actually had XXX mold the speakers down into the seat right here. They're encased in foam, so they actually still perform really well. It's kind of nice to have them in the back seat. Yeah, it's Simpson, the new D3 harness. These are great because you can suck them down real tight for smaller people, and then they adjust big for big guys like me. Yeah, we still got a lot of little finish-up items like steering wheel. So we chose our Grant competition steering wheel for this one. We got with GoPro, and they sent us their new Black Edition GoPro camera. They're amazing little cameras. You can drop them in water. Your GoPro's still just taking the punishment by videoing the whole thing.
Big part of every build is the doors. What do you like about your doors?
Yeah, I love the dual-stage slam latch, how the latching system works, the little billet levers to release and get out quickly. They function really well and they're safe, but they actually look really cool. They fit the body line really tight. The main thing that we try to do is provide a strong, safe door that doesn't rattle a lot. Most doors out there shake and rattle. So
plus, right now, these work as a great sled.
We are going to change the whole look of the vehicle on the outside. We have a full custom wrap that we've designed for this. That's kind of going back to that whole aggressive look. You know, with the graphics and the cage and the doors. It's like, check us out. We're TMW Off-Road. And I love the way it looks, the way it came out. Everything just came together. I think we'll just call it the Aggressor. We'll just call the whole thing the Aggressor. You know, I don't think there's anything I would really do different. I think I kind of got my dream razor out of this project.
You like it?
Yeah, I'm stoked. I'm excited to go try this thing out and see what she can do.
All right, well, stick around because we're going to take this thing to Glamis. You're watching Destination Polaris.
There's nothing like being able to enjoy the great outdoors. And people who own a Central Boiler outdoor furnace can afford to do even more with the money they save on their heating bills.
Utilize your backyard source for free energy with the Central Boiler outdoor wood furnace.
And find out what you can do with the savings.
Call Central Boiler at 1-800-248-4681 or visit us on the web at centralboiler.com.
We didn't invent fire, just a better way to use it.
When you travel the roads less traveled, you need a tire and wheel that's guaranteed to get you there and back. That's why ITP developed the ultimate tire and wheel combo for your side-by-side. It starts with ITP's brand new dual beadlock wheel, guaranteed against bending or braking for 2 years. Then add a set of rugged black water Evolution tires, featuring ITP's puncture-resistant sidewall armor. Together, the combo gives you the protection you need to always get there and back.
Sometimes you come across something so different, you just have to stop and check it out. The Rocky Mountain ATV MC website has everything you need, from our huge selection of tires, ATV and UTV accessories, and OEM parts, to our online chat, customer reviews, and instructional videos. Our extensive inventory means most orders arrive in 3 days or less. Get low prices, quick shipping, and incredible customer service. RockyMountainATVMC.com. Get ready.
Hunt, farm, or trail, Polaris has what you want. Legendary ATVs, led by the powerful Sportsman 850 HO. Value-minded side-by-sides, featuring the new Ranger 800 midsize. And full-size workhorses, including the all-new class-leading 60-horsepower Ranger XP 900, with industry-leading torque, towing, and travel. Polaris, hardest working, smoothest riding.
Paul Goldschmidt, America's first baseman. Make him an all-star.
Destination Polaris is brought to you by Hatfield McCoy, where the trail riding adventure begins. And by Maui Jim Sunglasses, the fastest growing premium polarized sunglass maker in the world. And by Central Boiler. We didn't invent fire, just a better way to use it.
Welcome back to DP and Project X. Made our way here to Glamis, pulled off those rock crawling tires and threw on some paddle tires. Now it's time to take this Razor XP4 for a spin.
We wanted to hit Glamis. We wanted to get this thing out in the sand. You know, that's where it's at. The biggest dunes, the best jumps. We wanted to see the power. We wanted to show you, you know, this thing moves with the supercharger and really get it out there where you need the power, you know. Well, obviously the first time you get it out there, you want to make sure everything's functioning properly. You've got proper boost levels and air-fuel ratio with the supercharger, with the axle, suspension, and check everything, make sure it's all working properly. I love it. I love to get new stuff out there and try it and test new things out. it looks amazing. I mean, you know, just look at the stance and the way the thing soaks up the sand. It's an incredible machine. The 900 XP, great motor, great platform to start with, but you can never have too much horsepower, right? You know, they say you can never have too much money or too much horsepower, and yeah, we got with ProCharger, and they set us up with their ProCharger kit. It's an amazing kit. You know, adds another 50 horse to the vehicle. Compared to a normal Razor getting up those hills, you know, that thing is just kicks in so hard. The cool thing about it, too, is you don't have to take the motor apart. It's built off of a low boost system, so the motor can stay stock. They breathe a little bit of air into it. You can still run pump gas, and you can install in your garage. We got with Lone Star, and they hooked us up with their STS chromoly suspension, and it's a great suspension kit. We've used it a lot. We've punished them a lot, and they hold up really well. We needed something to get the power to the sand, and so we went the Sand Tires Unlimited Sand Blaster 26-inch rear tires, and the new Razorback front tires to help us steer a little bit better in the sand. And Hyper makes one of the greatest wheels for the sand because they're real strong, really tough wheel, but they're really lightweight. Yeah, we went a little crazy on this one with the cage. We wanted something not just like a normal family cage, but we wanted something real aggressive looking. And so we sat down and built a whole new cage for this Razor. We're calling it our Aggressor Radius cage, and it's got a real steep, real aggressive radius, which is not something we typically do. We're more, you know, more of a family type basic cage. You know, we do a lot of those, but this one we went and just made it a real aggressive, really edgy look to it. It's going to be totally different than any of the other cages that we have out there. You know, it really exceeded our expectations. You know, the power, the way the ProCharger comes on, the suspension, the Walker Evans, the Lone Star, just the way everything came together was amazing. You know, even after all the punishment we put it through, the whoops and the jumps, and the arms are still straight, everything's still clean, the shocks with the needle valves, and it kept us from bottoming out, and it just performed great. It not only provided the safety we're looking for, but the look of it is incredible. How the doors function, how they look with the cage, and how the graphics turned out, and how the seats match the green and the graphics, and just the whole project as a whole, how it came together is pretty neat.
Paul Goldschmidt squares off in an East-West showdown with Justin Upton and the Atlanta Braves as two National League powerhouses collide. It's the D-backs and Braves today at 10. On the next Cup of Coffee with Steve Berthiaume.
Now, there was a scenario where you were almost a Dodger, right?
Yeah,
Get drafted?
They drafted me out of high school.
God forbid.
Yeah, tell me about it.
What was that?